Unresponsive at a pool in York County and later dies. Her family says she was a skilled swimmer, calling this a freak accident. Oh, and why they're warning other families this summer.
Plus, a man in Minnesota gunned down by a cop during a traffic stop. How his girlfriend caught the aftermath on camera, and why this latest case of police brutality is sparking protest across the country.
Live from Central Pennsylvania, this is CBS 21 News at 5.
Clear skies, sunshine, day 2 of a potential heat wave, and people are enjoying this summer weather. This video from Wildwood Park today. There's some people.
There they are.
Right there. Our chief meteorologist, Tom Russell, is out, of course, enjoying the beautiful weather right now.
And free food as well. He has a first
right.
look at our forecast live at the West Shore tonight. Tom.
Hey guys, yeah, you really said it. It's an amazing day, and it's gorgeous in its own way. We got to take a look at this view here real quick. We're in East Pennsboro Township, so we're looking down toward Harrisburg and the beautiful Susquehanna Valley. Just incredible shot here tonight. But you mentioned it, we've got the heat on for sure. As Rob mentioned, day 2 now of our heat wave as we touch the 90-degree mark. Let's show you some numbers as you look around. Because of the cloud cover for the better part of the day, we kind of barely touched 90 and then back in the upper 80s depending on where you are. But plenty of heat, plenty of humidity, and we're going to stay quiet, so no rain relief here this afternoon. Let's show you the evening hours as we go into 7 o'clock tonight. We're still plenty hot. Look for temperature around 87, 88 degrees. 9 o'clock, we're still warm, still in the low and mid 80s, 83. Late tonight, we're muggy and 79. So a quiet summertime hot night tonight, but we're setting the stage now for what could be a very active weather day tomorrow. So the concern is for the afternoon and evening hours on Friday. So we're talking about some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We'll show you all that with the 7-day coming up in just a few minutes. We're live in East Pennsboro Township tonight. Back inside to you guys.
All right, Tom, thanks. If you're outside during this hot and humid weather, it can be exhausting, but not everyone is hiding indoors to beat the heat. Whether it's for work or play, some people are just staying out in the sun.
Yeah, we're up to almost 90 degrees right now. CBS 21's Courtney Highfield has more from Dauphin County with how people around central PA are keeping their cool. Courtney.
Hey guys, well, whether you're playing outside today or you're working, it is hot. And when it's this hot outside, temperatures can even be dangerous. So we went around town today and we asked people how they're staying safe and cool.
39 degrees.
39?
I think 80 degrees.
Ryan and Brody may not know the exact temperature outside, but they know one thing for certain. It's hot.
Right when we got here, it was really hot.
Mom and Grandma bring things with them to help keep them cool.
Water. Oh, I need some more ice in there.
We bring lots of water, some snacks, some fruit, oranges, strawberries. Try and stay in the shade a little bit. The kids have been finding little nooks in the swing sets and things to stay in the shade.
But on days like today, it's hard.
On a hot day, I like the shady spots, really shady spots. This spot, not very shady.
Some playground equipment can reach temperatures of 120 to 130 degrees.
Sometimes I don't like when stuff is hot because sometimes when you touch it and you take your hand off, it hots when the hotness goes away.
Ryan's mom says even at 5, her son is very cautious when it comes to touching hot equipment.
He made it a point to tell us all to touch the benches before we sat down on them. Yeah, and the slides.
Luckily, when Ryan gets hot, he can head home. Others, like Suzanne Torres, don't have that choice.
I brought 3 coolers of ice today, strictly ice.
Torres says water is the name of the game for her crew. She makes sure everyone stays hydrated.
Being around the equipment, being around, the cars pull up, you're by the heat, you have to drink a lot. But you have to or you're gonna get sick.
Everyone we spoke to says they find ways to deal with the heat wave, but of course they hope tomorrow brings cooler temps.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
And it's important to know that even in mild weather, that playground equipment can still get very hot, so it's important that you touch it before you sit on it or play on it. In Dauphin County, Courtney Highfield, CBS 21 News. Back to you.
All right, Courtney, yeah, it can be a sizzler out there. Coming up at 5:30, we're learning about how you can take care of your elderly loved ones and keep them safe on these hot and humid days. Al?
All right, Rob, new at 5. A York County couple is charged after police say a man was doused with gasoline and then someone tried to light him on fire with a cigarette. Police in York say a neighbor dispute escalated last Thursday at the 1500 block of South George Street. Carissa and Joshua Rodriguez are both charged with attempted homicide and aggravated assault after police say Joshua threw gasoline on Keith Bull and his wife tried to light him on fire. The fight began between Carissa and Bull's girlfriend.
A former Carlisle lawyer who represented convicted child sex abuser Jerry Sandusky pleaded guilty to tax evasion and failure to file a federal tax return. Carl Rominger made that plea before a federal judge in Harrisburg. He owed taxes from 2006 to 2010.
The most critical charge, tax evasion, which is the felony, and that carries with it a maximum sentence of up to 5 years.
This isn't the first offense for Carl Rominger. He pleaded guilty in May to stealing more than $750,000 in client funds. His lawyer says he's receiving treatment for a gambling addiction. Rominger will be sentenced in August.
I know that she's with my mom and dad, and I can't wait to be with her.
A York County family is grieving tonight after their 16-year-old daughter was found unresponsive in a pool. They tell us Siobhan Sutherland had Asperger's, a syndrome of the autism spectrum. CBS 21's Sarah Small talked with them today about their message for other families. Sarah.
Hey, Al, good evening. Well, Siobhan was brought here on Tuesday night to York Hospital and she died on Wednesday morning. Today we talked with her dad as well as a family friend who says she was actually a skilled swimmer and they're calling this tragedy a freak accident.
Within 15 minutes, it was over, and her sister found her.
This backyard pool of PJ Grip's Shrewsbury Township home, once filled with joy and laughter, now plagued by tragedy. A tragedy her father,
I've been a water safety instructor for almost my whole adult life.
doesn't want any other father to go through.
To the parents out there, this is an unbelievable experience. You never want to have to face it, so don't ever let your children be by themselves around the water.
She loved to swim, and she was an accomplished swimmer, okay, because she'd been living here for about 2.5 months.
Thomas Sutherland says his 16-year-old daughter, Siobhan, has Asperger's, a syndrome on the autism spectrum. She died Wednesday morning at York Hospital after she was left alone for 15 minutes Tuesday night at the pool, her family taking measures to protect her.
We had preventive measures on all the doors for both girls, even though the one's only autistic. And what I mean by preventive measures is there was 4 locks on 2 different doors.
Despite those measures, her family believes Siobhan unlocked those locks herself. Her family tells us she loved life, cartoons, and music. They hope other families learn from this and hold their loved ones a little tighter tonight.
I know that she's with my mom and dad, and I can't wait to be with her.
The family says they are in the process of planning funeral arrangements set for tomorrow night and Saturday afternoon. Reporting live in York County tonight, Sarah Small, CBS 21 News.
All right, Sarah, new tonight, these are 3 suspects in a Lebanon County burglary. Police say 2 sets of golf clubs and a TV were taken from a home on Steelstown Road in North Anvil Township. The items were taken 2 weeks ago. The suspects brought the golf clubs and other items to a pawn shop in Lebanon. If you recognize them, call police.
A woman from Red Lion pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct for having sex so loudly it shook her neighbor's furniture. 25-year-old Amanda Warfel, in a quieter moment there, shared a row home wall with her neighbors who complained of the loud music and sex noises coming from the other side. She has been in jail since March for pleading guilty to harassing her neighbor and refusing to turn down her music. Warfel said she wishes her neighbors were in court because she wanted to apologize to them.
He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet, and the officer just shot him in his arm.
Right now, an investigation is underway after a police officer shot a man during a traffic stop in Minnesota. The 32-year-old was shot multiple times, and his girlfriend actually live streamed the aftermath on Facebook. I have to warn you, this video is very disturbing to watch. CBS 21's Marley Hall reports from St. Paul.
Diamond Reynolds told a crowd in St. Paul that police killed her boyfriend, Philando Castile, for no reason.
He did not do nothing but what the police officer asked of us, which was to put your hands in the air and get your license and registration.
Reynolds live streamed video of Castile moments after the shooting Wednesday night in a St. Paul suburb. Reynolds said they were pulled over for a broken taillight.
He's licensed to carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet, and the officer just shot him in his arm.
The video shows the officer pointing his gun after the shooting.
Told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. I wanted to put it on Facebook and go viral so that the people could see. So that the people could see. I wanted the people to determine who was right and who was wrong.
Protesters outside the governor's mansion say they're tired police killings like this keep happening again and again.
We need to create laws that protect the people from the police because the police are not protecting the people.
Governor Mark Dayton promised justice for Castile.
We're shocked and horrified by what occurred last night.
Castile was a cafeteria supervisor in the St. Paul public school system. Administrators say grief counselors will be available for students and staff. Marley Hall, CBS News, St. Paul, Minnesota.
The FBI director goes before Congress to talk about his recommendation to not charge Hillary Clinton. Republicans are not happy about that. What they want the FBI director to look into next.
And what's killing millions of trees in California? Tom.
All right, it's a little bit warm, but never too warm for a big, juicy steak from our friends at Carnes. Stand by. It's Steaks in the Forecast coming up next.
You're watching CBS 21 News at 5. News at 5 with Al Gnoza, Tanya Foster, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell. This is CBS 21 News at 5.
In their eyes, you had one job, and one job only, to prosecute Hillary Clinton.
FBI Director James Comey on Capitol Hill today to answer questions from the House Oversight Committee concerning the investigation of Hillary Clinton's emails. This week, the director recommended that no charges be filed against the Democratic presidential candidate. Yesterday, U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch agreed, closing the case against Clinton. Republican lawmakers say the decision is not fair and that no consequences are coming from Clinton's actions.
It seems to a lot of us that the average Joe, the average American, that if they had done what you laid out in your statement, that they'd be in handcuffs.
I understand why people are confused by the whole discussion. I get that. But you know what would be a double standard? If she were prosecuted for gross negligence.
Lawmakers want the FBI to investigate further to reveal if Clinton lied under oath to Congress, the question she may have answered differently to FBI investigators.
President Obama left the country this morning on his way to the NATO summit in Warsaw, Poland. The trip is likely the president's last trip to Europe while in office. He's set to meet with European leaders to discuss Britain's discussion to leave the EU and address the increased financial contributions for missions in Afghanistan. Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl was back in court today for a pre-trial hearing. Bergdahl is facing desertion charges for walking off a military base in Afghanistan in 2009. He then ended up in enemy captivity for 5 years. His defense team wants to see communications between high-ranking officials who were in charge during Bergdahl's disappearance. The Obama administration has been criticized for swapping Bergdahl for Guantanamo Bay detainees. His military trial is set for next year.
And now, CBS 21 News First Warning Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell.
Yes, boy, we got an amazing night here tonight. This is our winner. This is Suzanne. How are you, my dear?
Good. How are you?
Good. Who are you holding here?
This is Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Say hi.
She is beautiful. You said you have 2 kids, right?
We do. We have another little girl who's 3.
And she's being shy right now.
She is. She is.
All right, now let me tell you why, because I always say, hey, please write me, tell us why we should bring steaks to your house. So Suzanne writes, please come to our house for Steaks in the Forecast. Hopefully the photo will explain why. The view is amazing and you did not lie. Can you spin around and show the view? We're in East Pennsboro Township, so the of the city here. It's an incredible view of the valley and everything.
Yeah, that's why we fell in love with the lot up here. We came up here and it was an amazing view.
I can't take my eyes off it. I just want to keep watching it.
Yeah.
So, all right. The other thing I always have my eye on is the steak, of course. And this is Jonathan. How are you, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. How
Thanks
are you?
for having us out here. We're doing great. You don't
Thanks
mind
for
the
being
heat,
here.
right?
Not at all.
All right. Tell us what we got on the grill here.
Well, I got some nice big steaks, bone in, and yeah, they do.
Some burgers.
Some sausages. And,
Oh yeah, let's talk about those. Carnes gives us chicken sausage. This is habanero and peach. You gonna try that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You will try
This
that.
habanero's going right around the corner. Love them.
Oh really?
Yes.
Really? So tell us what you do like every day. Do you just come out and look at the view?
I wish, but it certainly never gets old. We come out as much as we can.
I can see why. It's just fantastic. So I'm seeing what, 30 miles or more?
Probably about that.
Yeah. Pretty incredible.
Definitely.
Yeah, really.
Night, it gets really nice at night. See the lights all around town. Downtown lights up.
Yeah,
See
and
bits in the valley.
your wife, you were telling me that you could see the fireworks the other day.
Yeah, well, unfortunately we couldn't because the fog
Oh,
rolled
that's
in.
right, that's right. But normally
you know,
you can.
on a clear night, usually 4th of July, we can see from Hershey all the way over to Mechanicsburg. So we usually see about probably 15, 20 different fireworks displays. So
Amazing,
it's
amazing.
nice.
Well, thank you for inviting us here. Let's go ahead and talk about your forecast because obviously it's a little bit on the warm side today, but you still want to be outside when you got a shot at this view for sure. And let's go ahead and show you some of those numbers. So we've been right around that 90-degree mark. Earlier in the day, we had a little more cloud cover, and it was kind of keeping us from getting to 90, but we did touch 90 officially, so that makes day 2 now of our current heat wave. So plenty of heat going on. As we widen things out, show you temperatures across the Commonwealth. It's been very hot in Philly. They've been in the low and mid 90s today. A little cooler out to the west, but still 80s as you look around Pennsylvania. And as clouds and radar, you'll see a good bit of cloudiness here. Any showers, though, staying off to the south, staying off to the west. Tomorrow's going to be our day to watch for any storms. Very hot as you look up and down the eastern seaboard as we see those 90s as you get from D.C. and beyond. So plenty of heat there. As far as our storms for tomorrow, that's going to be the setup as we have some showers, some storms on the way, and that's going to be what we watch through the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Let's get there with the futurecast, and you'll see those storms on the move again starting in the afternoon tomorrow, lingering into the evening, and the potential here for some severe weather. So after all this heat and humidity, Friday is the day to watch. So tonight we'll keep it just quiet, warm, and muggy. Overnight lows in the mid and low 70s. Here's your 7-day forecast as we get into Friday. That's going to be another hot and steamy day as we heat things up. We'll see those storms in the afternoon and evening. Hot and a little less humid on Saturday. That's our front coming through, so still warm, 88, but much better for Saturday night and especially Sunday. Sunday looks gorgeous. Sunny, less humid, 85, 84 on Monday. As we get into Tuesday, still not bad. Clouds returning for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. There's your 7-day forecast. It's brought to you by Members First Federal Credit Union. So we're getting ready to eat here, right, Suzanne?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
And Luna's not liking the camera very much.
Can't you say hi to Mr. Tom?
She's so beautiful. Well, you'll have to take my word for it. Al and Rob will send it back and send to you guys.
I think she likes the camera, Tom.
I think she does too. Beautiful kids.
Must be something else.
And I was surprised, Tom. I thought the letter was going to go into the fact that we're friends, Stacy and I. But I guess that didn't come up.
She loves the camera.
There you go.
All
There
right,
you
guys.
go.
Have a good time.
All right, see ya.
All right, a crisis in California. The historic drought is taking a toll on the state's trees. 66 million dead trees have been recorded in just 6 counties. Crews are working around the clock to remove as many dead trees as possible because the dead trees are more fuel for wildfires. In California alone, nearly 5,000 firefighters are battling wildfires. So far this year, more acres have burned than last year. Well, many car makers are working on self-driving cars.
Yeah, we'll tell you why investigators are taking a closer look now at Tesla's model. Coming up next.
It'll be right.
Formally welcome the newest member to our CBS 21 News family, Easton Allen Foster. Our Tanya Foster is a new mom. Her little boy was born yesterday, weighing 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and 20 inches long. Baby, mommy, and daddy are all doing great. What a beautiful child. Congratulations, Tanya.
Yeah.
Now the fun part starts.
Yes, indeed. All those diapers and midnight feedings.
Good times. Oh, yeah. We all remember. In the fall, some lucky college freshmen will be living in brand new housing.
They're called Super Suites, and today Central Penn College celebrated the project completion with a ribbon cutting at the Summerdale campus. Construction started on the 33 townhouses nearly a year ago, and now they're ready for freshman move-in day.
We want our students to know that we care about their environment, that they're living in here, that they feel really safe and they feel very healthy, and really it's an environment conducive to studying.
The suites have 7 single rooms and large common areas, providing privacy and a chance to connect with other students. Some suites will also be designated for special interest housing.
In consumer news, automaker Tesla is under investigation over the company's autopilot features. Safety regulators are trying to determine if the Model X SUV that hit a guardrail and flipped last week in Pennsylvania was using the autopilot feature. Tesla says it does not believe the feature had anything to do with the incident. 2 months ago, a driver using the assisted driving feature was killed in a Florida crash.
Verizon Wireless is changing its plan options and increasing the price. Plans are increasing by $5 to $10, but Verizon is adding more data to the plans. A new feature will also let customers carry over unused data into the next month, but it won't continue to roll over. Existing customers won't see a price increase. Well, Bill Cosby is back in court in Montgomery County.
Our crew has been at the courthouse all day. We're learning what's next in the comedian's sex assault case coming up and on CBS 21 News at 5:30.
You're watching CBS 21 News at 5.